ChatGPT and other AI services can generate realistic but fake texts, images, videos, and audio that can be used to impersonate, deceive, or defame someone. In this section, we will explore some of the dangers and risks of these technologies and how they can ruin your image and reputation. First, let's talk about ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that can generate text based on user prompts and questions. It can write anything from stories to code to news articles. But ChatGPT is not always accurate or truthful. Sometimes it makes up facts, plagiarizes content, or introduces errors and vulnerabilities in the code. For example, a study by New York University researchers showed that 40% of programs written by ChatGPT included at least one of MITRE's top 25 most common vulnerabilities. ChatGPT can also be used to create fake news articles that can spread misinformation and cause panic or confusion. For instance, Chinese police arrested a man who allegedly used ChatGPT to create a fake news article about a train crash that caused 9 deaths. This was the first case of enforcement action taken in China under a new law that prohibits the use of deep synthesis technologies to disseminate fake news. Second, let's talk about other AI services that can generate fake images, videos, and audio. These are called deep synthesis technologies, and they refer to AI being used to create media that looks or sounds real but is not. For example, DALL-E is an AI image generator that can create images from text descriptions. Midjourney is another AI image generator that can create realistic faces of people who do not exist. These tools can be used to create fake identities, impersonate celebrities or politicians, or manipulate evidence. Similarly, there are AI services that can generate fake videos and audio, such as Deepfake and Lyrebird. These tools can be used to create realistic but fake speeches, interviews, or conversations that can mislead the public or damage someone's reputation. The problem with these AI services is that they are becoming more accessible and affordable to anyone who wants to use them for malicious purposes. They can also be very hard to detect or verify, especially if they are combined with social engineering techniques or other forms of deception. The consequences of these technologies can be devastating for individuals and organizations who may become victims of fraud, blackmail, defamation, or cyber attacks. Therefore, it is important to be aware of the potential risks of ChatGPT and other AI services and how they can ruin your image and reputation. You should always use critical thinking skills and verify the sources and authenticity of any information or media you encounter online. You should also use good security practices and tools to protect your personal data and identity from hackers and scammers who may use AI to target you. And you should report any suspicious or illegal activities involving ChatGPT or other AI services to the authorities or platforms where they occur. ChatGPT and other AI services can violate privacy, consent, and intellectual property rights by using personal data or content without permission or attribution. Here are some of the ways this can happen. ChatGPT is a chatbot that uses a language model trained on huge amounts of data, including from public databases and previous interactions with human users. This means that ChatGPT may have access to sensitive or confidential information that was not intended to be shared or used by the AI service. ChatGPT can also generate new content based on the user's input or request, such as computer programs, marketing texts, social media posts, etc. This raises questions about who owns the intellectual property rights to the generated content, and whether ChatGPT infringes on the rights of the original authors or sources of the data it uses. ChatGPT and other generative AI services can also create realistic images, videos, audio, or text that mimic or impersonate real people or entities without their consent or knowledge. This can pose serious threats to their reputation, privacy, and security, as well as create ethical and legal dilemmas. To protect yourself and others from these risks, you should be aware of the following. Before using ChatGPT or any other AI service, you should read and understand their terms of service and privacy policy, and make sure you agree with them. You should also check if they require you to sign a data processing addendum if you intend to process personal data using their service. You should only use ChatGPT or any other AI service for lawful and ethical purposes, and respect the rights and interests of others. You should not use them to create or distribute harmful, misleading, defamatory, or illegal content. You should always give proper credit and attribution to the original sources of the data or content you use or generate with ChatGPT or any other AI service. You should also seek permission from the owners or creators of the data or content before using them for commercial or public purposes. You should be transparent and honest about the use of ChatGPT or any other AI service in your communication or interaction with others. You should not deceive or mislead others about the origin, nature, or purpose of the content you create or share with them.